Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yes, how y'all doing? Welcome to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter on the OG Network. And just so y'all know, make sure y'all get a chance to get that 15% discount by using the OG Network 26. That's OG Network 26. You get a 15% discount on all your purchase of top to bottom organics of $35 and up. And we appreciate the business. We appreciate the connection and top to bottom hair and skincare. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Please do a brother a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it very, very much. And God bless y'all. And hopefully everybody had a good New Year's celebration. Hopefully everybody was safe and out there trying to do the right thing and enjoying themselves. And I'm quite sure I got up when I finally woke up. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was asleep. I slept through everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Slept through it all, which I usually do anyway. I honestly, I don't. When it comes down to New Year's and holidays and stuff like that, I don't have no problem with holidays. I just don't make a big deal out of it, man. I fell asleep early as I don't know what yesterday, and I slept, and then I woke up and realized it snowed. Yeah, it's snow house. I'm like, when it was supposed to snow. But anyway, it is what it is. No, so I just wanted to know, I'd say I'm gonna get on here and just enjoy myself. So there's no particular topic. I don't have nothing that I want to get into or nothing like that, nothing controversial. I just want to know how everybody else is doing. How was they, if you celebrate New Year's Eve night, whatever, how y'all bringing it in, what y'all doing. I mean, it's funny because I always laugh at this time of the year because, you hear all these New Year resolution. Oh, this year it's gonna be this, and this year gonna be that. And to kudos to those that think that way. I always just look at it like I used to just laugh because I used to see people like, oh man, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do all this working out, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'd be like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years, same resolution, still no solution, no results. But it is what it is. It's funny to me. I don't care. I think people do what they do, and it's fun. It's fun. It's fine, and it's fun. It really is. No criticism whatsoever. I still find the humor in it because I already, you'd be like, man, we'll see. I never make New Year's resolutions. I really don't. I don't. I just feel like it's in my head. It's just another day. So I don't make resolutions. I don't knock nobody that does. That's fine. If you make resolutions, that's great. I don't think there's nothing negative. I don't have no negative stance. I don't have no positive stance. I have no stance. If someone you celebrate, you celebrate. You don't. But I just personally, I just be like, I look for humor in it, and I look and stuff that internally I'll be just laughing like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I remember growing up, my family was very superstitious about different things, and I remember my mom was very superstitious about you're not supposed to wash clothes or something. It was some weird stuff. Well, New Year's Day or some weird stuff. And I got in trouble for it. Whatever it was, she was mad at me and because she's so superstitious. And I'm like, you know how many people at the laundromat right now? Like, it's not even making sense to me. I'm like, so you're telling me that, they had these real weird superstitions. And it was just like, they were like, oh, somebody in your family might pass away because you wash clothes on New Year's. I'm like, y'all serious? Like, I mean, really? Like, I mean? Like, and it just, you would grow up with all these superstitions that they actually just some of the dumbest stuff you ever heard. Just like, like splitting the pole. Like, when you're walking down the street, I don't know if y'all ever had this I know in the hood where I was at Philly, You walking down the street and there's a pole there. You're not supposed to split the pole. So I don't even know, or walking under the ladder. Why am I on the subject? Whatever. Anyway, you walk under the ladder, it's gonna be some years of bad luck if you break a mirror and all these superstitious things. And I used to be like, I always just used to sit back like, what are you like? How does this, don't let if a black cat cross in front of you, like, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, still, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess some people are probably still has a lot of superstitions like that. I was just like, I used to just shake my head like it don't make sense. Even when I was a kid, and they tell you this stuff, and I'm like, I guess I just used to think too much. What's up, prison? Can't believe Ron made it to 2026. What's your point? I mean, I'm trying to figure out where you're going with that. But anyway, yeah, it was just like, what? So I never understood why people had all these weird superstitions and stuff like that. It was just like, you walk down the street, don't split the pole. And they be mad at you, man. Then, like, I've had people I walk down the street where they split a pole and they would literally reverse and go back around the pole. I'm like, what you doing? Oh, man, it's bad luck if you split the pole. Now, me as a kid, can't tell me that. Every time we walk somewhere, I'm going to inconvenience you. And I'm just like, all right, now it's fun for me as a game. So they be walking down the street, and I just go split the pole because I already know what they're going to do. Like, what you doing, man? And they would go back. I'm like, man, why are you going to get tired of going back trying to unsplit that pole? Yeah, like, even then, you're just going to stop walking with me. Like, no, I ain't walking with him because he's going to keep trying to split the pole. Like, it's just weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I never understood it. I really didn't. But I appreciate y'all. If y'all on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. But if you're on this live, like, did you grow up with superstitious people like they used to have? And if it was, just put it in the chat what the superstition was. Like, it was just weird. Like, I always thought it was weird. Like people who like really believe in these crazy superstitions. Like, you know what I mean? It was just weird for me. Like, I never understood this stuff. It was like, so it just would turn into a game for me. Now I'm gonna make a game out of it because I don't believe this type of stuff. I do not believe in superstitions. I mean, I know people make this stuff up. I just didn't like it. Just didn't make sense to me. It's like, if like, then why aren't all laundromats closed on New Year's Day? Because I know I've seen plenty of them open. I've driven by many a laundromat. And if it's bad for you to wash clothes on New Year's Day, then nobody learned yet. Like, all these laundromats are still open on New Year's Day. People in there still washing clothes and stuff. Like why everybody still doing the same stuff? And I'm not talking about just the laundromat. People still was washing clothes. Just in my house, you wasn't allowed to. Like, but people still doing it. Like, not making sense. You know what I mean? So I mean, I never understood the superstition behind it. It was just like, so people make up these crazy superstitious things and they don't even realize how dumb it sounds. But in my opinion, it's dumb. But for the person that's holding on to the superstition, it's like, really? Really? But when someone says, I can't believe Ryan made it to 2026, that sounds like a threat on my life. I'm trying to figure out where they're going with that. Like, when you say somebody didn't make it to 2026, what that mean? It's funny. That's hilarious. You in the chat, say what's up. You in the live, say what's up. Yeah, that's hilarious. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something. I'm trying to do something real fast, but it is what it is. People funny. People are hilarious. People are hilarious. People are hilarious. Yeah, interesting. But it is what it is. I was just laughing. I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing. I'm always just laughing. But that's the subject of it. But for those that celebrate New Year's, this maggot needs to get off his, what, and go to work already. Yeah, y'all so funny. The hate be real. Make me. Show your face and make me. It's funny. This maggot needs to get off it. You know what? And go to work already. They always trying to figure out whether I got a job or not. Like I can't count how many times I mentioned it, but they're trying to figure out whether I got a job or not. Trying to figure out what it is I do. First of all, you gotta understand something. I don't get no benefits from nowhere. I go to work every day. Not that I had to explain myself because I really don't. But for the sake of conversation, I'll say it. I always trying to figure out what type of work you do, or whether you work or not. I always trying to figure out whether you work or not. Because they ain't got nothing else to do with their life. What's up, David? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you like the button. The leftover play their hand, and now most are thinking people can't stand the average level. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't have no hate for nobody, but I just know that they need help. I don't particularly care for the way they are. I'm gonna put it that way. I don't particularly care for the way liberals are because liberals live in dreamland, they live in fantasy land, they live in reality, and they get mad at it. Like even me on YouTube, they come to my live and the first thing they gotta do is throw insult like as if it matters to me because it really don't. I have no fear. You know what I mean? So I don't walk around concern myself. I'm well prepared and I have no fear. And I already given my life to Christ. So I know where I'm going. So at that point, the reason why they don't like people like me is because I don't bow down to them. I give them the space on my channel sometimes to say what they want to say. But the reason why they don't like guys like me is because I don't bow down to them. They think that all people a melanated skin color is supposed to act and talk and behave a certain way. They think that all people that they see with melanated skin, this is how discriminatory racist that they are. We are supposed to act, behave, and be a certain way at all times. Please give some New Year's motivation. New Year's for motivation is this is my New Year's motivation. Invest more and spend and waste less. You know what I mean? Invest more and waste less. Gather up as much as assets as you can and minimize those liabilities. That way you better financially support and take care of yourself. And that's real talk. Yeah, I agree. I agree, David. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. David, I agree 100%. when you really, you don't really have to deep dive. You just got to kind of stand back. And liberals are the most racist people in the country by far. They are they everything is about. They say they don't. They say they want skin color, but everything that they do is based on skin color. Like they literally make everything about skin color, even though they say they don't want things to be about skin color. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? So like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm born and raised in this country. Generation and generation American. This is my country. I love my country. I ain't trying, and it's just amazing and hilarious to me how they know that we're more superior. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it's about superiority. I don't think and I understand the motivation behind what you're saying, Trinity Smith, but it's not about. I don't see nobody as being superior. Only thing I see as superior is God. That's it. Like I don't think no person has any superiority over another person based off of skin color. What makes you more superior is how you carry yourself, your character, your integrity, your patience, your ability to withstand things. And I don't think that not by any means of have anything to do with skin color. But I understand your motivation behind it. So I'm not, denouncing what you're saying. But sometimes I understand, like sometimes people don't understand why melanated people talk this way when it comes to superiority. It's because sometimes you have to say it that way to give other people the understanding that I'm not a coward, or you're not superior over me. So I'm gonna make us just as superior as you do. I understand what they're saying, but the reality of it is none of us are superior over another. Here's the thing. That's why when people ask me about, do you believe in white supremacy? No, I don't. Because I don't think nobody is supreme over nobody. Only God is supreme, and that's it. So my thing is this: why would I shove somebody into a position when at the end of the day we all bleed? At the end of the day, we all have to use the toilet. We all do a lot of the same stuff. And so to think that one person or one race of people is superior over another is idiotic in itself, because none of us are. Yes, spend less, learn the difference. Yes, I agree with you, Joyce. I agree. And so me, I try my best to not play the game of the racial divide. I try my best not to play the game of racial divide, because I know that the racial divide is the reason why a lot of times the average person, and I'm just going to speak on America because that's where I'm from and that's where I spend all my time. I can't speak for no other country. I'm just going to speak for me. I personally believe a lot of reason why that they keep this racial stuff motivated out here is to keep us distracted by skin color and personal differences, while these people like politicians in Hollywood, and if you start really, really connecting the dots, all of these people are connected. I know a lot of times people don't want to do that, believe that, but a lot of these people are connected. And they're trying to do that to keep you focused on that while they're sitting there taking advantage of your country. And they're the ones making all the money, they're doing all the corruption, they're doing all of the stuff, looking out for each other, making, like not even caring the detrimental effect that it has on the average person. They're so hungry and they're so greedy. And I'm talking about a lot of these politicians, a lot of people that's Hollywood. Like, here's the thing: when you look at when they run for office, look how many people in Hollywood and famous people always seem to want to get out and say what you should vote for. Like, my thing is this: why would y'all even take advice from people like that? Because they're not going to encourage you to vote based on the conditions in which you're going to be living in. They're going to tell you to vote based on the person that's going to continue in the path of them taking advantage of the country. But as long as they keep the average person divided by a little petty, stupid stuff, they're going to always be the ones benefiting, and you're going to always be the one suffering. So I personally choose not to play the game of the racial divide. I don't care what side it's coming from. I'm not playing that game, because the more I focus on making sure I'm good and making sure anybody around me is much as good as possible, that my team is good as much as possible, that's what I care about. I don't care about the racial divide. I don't think I'm not going to sit there and play the game of this person is more superior. I'm not even going to play that game no more. I'm not. And I'm not saying I never had these type of thoughts. I'm not saying I never had this type of perspective at one point in my life. I did. I can personally say at one point in my life, I did, because I was indoctrinated with that type of information. But after I pulled myself out of it and I really got a broad perspective and I really listen to God speak to me and tell me exactly how it's supposed to be, I pull myself right out of it, and I fought every day to try to say I don't want no parts of it no more. I don't want no parts. I don't want. People can say what they want, have their stands that they want, but me personally, I care less because I'm not concerned about what skin color you are when I'm standing or when I'm outside and out and about my life. Your skin color don't matter to me. Your intentions do. Your behavior do. If something looks off about what you're doing, I don't care if you white, I don't care if you black, I don't care if you yellow, green, blue. I'm looking at your behavior and what's going on with you, and that's going to be my way of how I move around you and how I see it. Yep. Hold up. Yep. Do me a favor, y'all. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. RJ Dog, I guess that's how you say it. How are you? I am doing great, and I hope that you are doing great. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that God is blessing your life. And I hope that if you don't already, please get a relationship with God because at the end of the day, He wants you and He wants to use you in a mighty way. And that's real talk. But yeah, I'm just like, life is beautiful. Great. Well, that's great, RJ. Then you know what I'm talking about after the fact. But anyway, but yeah, God is good, man. And you know, so I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Like I said, I don't make a big deal out of it. Yeah, I don't always get them right. Once in a while, I get them right. I'm glad I got yours right, but a lot of times I don't. But it's sorry because you know it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, God is good. Wish everyone could come from your perspective, but they don't. Yeah, listen. I just don't want the racial divide, man. Like, you know, I want to see people come together. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're American and you in this country, man, you better really, 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 and I'm gonna be honest with you, you really should start paying attention to the dots and stuff that's what's going on because low key, we've been infiltrated. America has been infiltrated. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, really, really, really. And I want y'all to open your eyes up and you know, while you worrying about skin color, man, there's another group of people and there's other people coming from other countries and they're infiltrating this country and they're trying to literally take this country over and change our way of life. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. And I know a lot of time we take this stuff lightly, but y'all don't really, really see what's going on behind the scenes. I'm out and about. I get out in the streets and I just kind of move around just to kind of, not every single place all the time, but I'm a very, very focused person when I'm out here. I look at what's going on around me, and I don't just go by what I see on. Do you have black eyed peas with good luck? I don't like black eyed peas. Joyce, I I do not like black eyed peas. Now it's just like a whole bunch of eyes looking at me, and I've tried it a few times, and I'm just not in it. I don't like them. But yeah, I just, you know, for those that are American and you're in this country, man, I tell you to sit back and watch what's really happening in our country as it relates to people. And I'm so glad. And I know everybody don't, a lot of people don't like the subject of them trying to get these illegal immigrants out of here fast as soon as possible, but it's necessary. It is very, very, very necessary. And I'm telling you, if you're in this country, you're American, you might want to open your eyes and really pay attention to what's going on because we have been invaded. And I hate to get on the subject, but sometimes you have to. We have been invaded, and I think you better be prepared for what might come. And I'm gonna tell you something. If let's just say for just out of the head of let's just say for sake of conversation, if millions of people that are not supposed to be here are in this country, right? And you don't know what was universal with them before they got here. Like you don't know the conversation because if y'all looked at all the people that was coming over here, the vast majority of the people that was coming over here was military age fighting men that was coming across that border. And I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Most of them was in there. A lot of these young 20-year-old men coming across that border into this country. There wasn't no people running from all of this stuff that they try to paint the picture is. Somebody sold this country out. And I think we need to really get to the bottom of it. And I know, and I really think that, and here's the thing, I'm tired of hearing about the stories about corruption. I'm tired. All I care about is people need to go to prison and they need to go for a long time. And I am getting very impatient with that part. And I sit back and I listen, and I see a lot of the news, a lot of the corruption, a lot of the theft with all of the Somalian stuff. I see it all. But I am tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing about these corrupt politicians who never pays for what they do. I'm tired of hearing about the theft with these politicians who don't go to jail, and they give them these little soft fines that, in my opinion, is not the way to do it. Any politician that have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar and has been violating their job that they're supposed to do, and they've been stealing from American citizens, stealing from taxpayers, should minimum spend 10 years in a maximum prison. Yep, asset seizures, and they should spend 10 years in a maximum facility prison. Like, I'm not talking about no soft prison. They need to be put in jail with the hardcore criminals. Maximum 10 years. I mean, minimum 10 years. Because at the end of the day, they're doing so much corrupt. Now, here's the thing. I hear people make videos, right? Complain about their financial situation, right? But they never look at the politicians in the community that they vote for and how well they seem to be doing. Like the city of Philadelphia, right? I'm going to use the city of Philadelphia because I always talk about that because I'm from Philly. These politicians making 3 figures a year, right? And then not too long ago, I believe, gave raises out. So let's just say for the sake of whatever, they making $230,000 a year, right? What's up, Mental Raccoon? God bless you. God bless you, man. Keep that channel rolling. God bless you. Anybody, please check out my man Mental Raccoon. Does a lot of different things on this channel. I was watching. He had snow while it was coming down, but has a beautiful channel. If you guys like looking for some other content that y'all want to follow, please give him a follow. You know what I mean? He follows the channel. He's another member of the YouTube family that's coming along. So God bless him. God bless him. Happy New Year to you. But yeah, I just. And I'm like, and you look at the amount of wealth that some of these politicians have accumulated. But these people that vote for them, they never ever look at the people that are, they don't look at the politicians in their very own community and how well they're living and how well that they're obtaining and how much they don't even realize that the people that they keep voting for is trying to extort them out of their lifestyle. This is what I'm talking, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, y'all don't realize it. Yeah, you're right. They're supposed to be for the people, but they're not for the people. And here's my point to this: is that they're trying. When they start talking about raising taxes, right? Let's just use property tax as a general thing. Let's say in the city of Philadelphia, let's say in some city where they're raising the property tax, right? Now you're paying your mortgage, you paid your house off. Let's say you paid your house off. There, in some places they can literally auction off your house, take your house and sell it to someone else. Because of unpaid taxes. They can put a lien on your house for unpaid taxes, right? They can put a lien on your house for unpaid taxes. And listen, they didn't fix your house. They didn't repair your house. They didn't try to, all of the stuff you've done throughout the years trying to maintain your home, they're going to try to extort you out of your house by raising the taxes to where it's unaffordable for you to keep your home. But they're sitting there trying to tell you that they care about you. But yet you're trying to put me out of my house, financially bankrupt me to get me out of my house. because now the gas is higher, the electric is higher, the maintenance on my house is higher, all the materials are higher, and now you're going to raise taxes on top of that. Now I can't even afford to keep my home. And then you wonder why in these places the homeless situation is off the roof. Why? Because the politicians are stealing so much, they're making home ownership unaffordable. And that ain't the president that's doing that. That's the local government who y'all keep voting for. Deport blacks, Mexican work. And I'm going to be honest with you. Black people work just as hard as Mexicans. And that statement right there is a very ignorant statement. And my point is this, is that I've been working all my life. And guess what? I don't care what race it was. They couldn't keep up with me. So to say somebody is a better worker because they're Mexican, that's a bunch of bullcrap. My thing is this. If you in this country and you're illegal and you just happen to be a Mexican, I hope they find you and send you back too. Anybody I find out is a kid touch you, I'm off their head. I go to jail for that. I know you're trying to say that about me, but I'm gonna tell you like this: if I ever find one of them like that, I'm gonna take their head off. I go to jail proudly for getting rid of a child predator. I don't care who they are. But because you can't come in here respectful, you're right, Joyce. You can't. You're right, Joyce. You can't. You can't. Without getting it shaken down. That's my point is that is you. But if you don't sit back, and this is the reason why you have to be very conscious of who you vote for, whether it's local. Stop voting blue, no matter who type stuff. And I never understood this. And listen, I can say this because I seen it on a regular. Oh, vote blue no matter who. And that's the reason why you're getting the doo-doo that you're getting, because you keep voting blue no matter who. And I'm not saying Republicans don't have issues, but I'm not saying that Republicans don't have issues, but I grew up where Democrats ran. So I'm only speaking to Democrats because that's where I grew up at. I don't know. I can't speak on Republicans because where I grew up at, and the majority of my life, all my life, I lived under Democratic leadership. So I only can speak to Democrats. And I'm telling you, Democrats don't care about the people that vote for them. Yep, Danielle. You're absolutely right. And my thing is this, is that here's my point, and the reason why I say that. You look at all of the Democratic politicians, they are extremely wealthy, but they never ran no type of company. They don't have no businesses, no industry, no nothing. But yet they'll sit there and they make up these little bullcrap stories about how they got this money when I know for a fact that that's not happening. You look at Obama. He went into, first of all, he was maybe net worth for $3 million when he went into the presidency. And we know the president don't make that much money. How you come out of office $35-40 million net worth when your job was to be the president? Your job was to be the president, and you got that much money. Clinton's $200 million. Nancy Pelosi, $300 to $400 million. And we all sitting back and we okay with that. And my thing is this: when you look at the Democratic Party and you look at the people that vote for them, there is just a vast difference in wealth. Most of the people that vote Democrat are poor on welfare. Poor and on welfare. They get the vast majority of those votes. Poor and on welfare. So I want you to think about this. If 40 million people are on food stamps and on welfare, I guarantee you that the vast majority of those welfare recipients are voting Democrat, expecting that the Democrats is going to somehow or another magically create a better life for you. Meanwhile, the Democratic politicians that y'all keep voting for are doing very, very well financially, but you are sitting there needing welfare still to this day. You still needing housing to this day. You still need the help from the government, but the government is only helping themselves, and they want you there So you'll keep voting for them, and you'll never take advantage of the opportunity that really there lies out there where you can financially make your lifestyle better. But they want you to keep voting that way. That way you be under the thumb of their authority. And you don't even realize what they're doing to you. But I'm going to tell you something, Trinity. There's a way you can get rich too. Now, I'm not rich. Wish I was. But my thing is this. You can't really blame the rich getting richer if the poor keep doing what the poor are doing. So I can't be rich if the poor you create that poor mentality so that they can stay rich. So my thing is this. If I keep taking everything that I get, right? And I keep spending everything that I get, and I don't look and try to take advantage of opportunity to take my money and build assets and build wealth on my own. You can't say it can't happen because there are people that's actually doing it. So you either going to be a victim to the system or you're going to be a beneficiary. A lot of these politicians know that, but they don't tell that to their voters. They want their voters to think that they're doing something for them so that they can keep making the wealth, and the voters keep being on the victim side so that they can keep making the money. They're not going to try to stop you from being rich. What they're going to do is keep you unmotivated to get there. That's what I'm trying to. And you're right, Daniel. They don't care about nobody else but their own constituents. And this is how they do it. This is how they do the slick stuff. You understand why Democrats like crime? I'm explaining to you why Democrats like crime so much. If I leave crime infested, a neighborhood crime infested, what's going to happen in that neighborhood? It's going to become desolate. The better people that have the ability to get out of there, they're going to do what? They're going to move. They're going to get rid of their house, sell their house, and they're going to move. And then no one's going to want to live there because of the crime infestation. No decent people. Now, the mess is going to stay there, but no business is going to thrive. No people are going to be there, and the neighborhood and community is going to become decimated. And then what the Democrats do is they go get their money, their cronies that got the money, come buy up the neighborhood for next to nothing and say, oh, we're revitalizing the neighborhood. And what they do is they come up with these fake government programs so they can funnel the taxpayers' money into these communities. But yet they done already bought up all the property. It's not them, but all of their cronies and their buddies bought up their property, and then the politicians are going to get their cut on the back end. That's why they want the crime. That's why they want it. And my thing is this. That's why you have to take the power in your own hand. Stop fighting and stop just automatically voting Democrat because you like the person. That's where I never understand why people listen. I don't care if I could not stand Trump. I still would have voted for him. Because of what I did not vote for him for why I like him. I voted for him because I seen the job that he did the first time and I wanted him to go back and do it again. And I figured he would do it on a better scale than he did. And most people that listen, I know a lot of people can't stand me because that's talk about it. I'm one of the few people that don't hold their tongue when it comes to him. I'm out and about, somebody saying, no, I voted for Trump. Because this is how racist people are. When I'm out and about, and I'm not saying everybody, but I'm gonna tell y'all that they automatically think because of my skin color that I didn't vote for Trump. They will literally come talk to me. In a way, they just immediately assume that I voted for I was supporting Joe Biden or Kamala Harris only because of the color of my skin. They don't know me. This is weird. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's weird because it's actually a fact. They will come talking to me and they will say all of this little silly stuff about, oh, they probably a Trump supporter and they probably this and they probably that, right? Cool. And I'll be just sitting there looking at them. And they probably a Republican. And I'll say, well, I'm a Republican too, and I voted for Trump too. So what's your point? Now, what's your point? Oh, you just immediately assume because of the color of my skin that I'm automatically going to vote Democrat. See that? And I can't count how many times that have happened. See the difference? Some people don't. I talk. I don't care. I don't know. Because I know if I don't say anything, they never going to stop holding. They going to always just feel like they freaking talk about whatever they want to talk about and don't realize that, no, I voted for Trump. And I'll do it again. And then they'll ask me, well, why did you vote for Trump when you melanated? This is the weird stuff. They say, why would you vote for him when he's a racist? And I say, all right, well, tell me what the racist stuff. This is I kid y'all not. These are the conversations I've had this conversation countless times. Why would you vote for him when he's a racist? I said, well, what do you mean he's a racist? Well, he don't like black people. I said, you ever watch Mike Tyson fights? This is what I would say. You ever watch Mike Tyson fights, like his old fights? Yeah. I said, didn't you see Trump name on all of these heavyweight fighters fights and stuff, and him working side by side with what's his name? What's up, Don King? I said him working side by side with Don King, who walked around here only in America. Mike Tyson, Holyfield, all of these black fighters, all of these black people that have been working with this man for years. I said, this man donated $1 million to Jesse Jackson's campaign when Jesse Jackson ran for president, who clearly wasn't going to win. I said, he was doing all of this stuff with black people for years, and all of a sudden, y'all saying he's a racist? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm like, Jennifer Hudson family when she won American Idol, her family got murdered. Trump put her and the rest of her family up in Trump Towers rent-free for months and months and months to make sure that they was good before they can actually, and did not care about the cause until they was survived. That's a black person. And more, I kept saying these Cotton Picard stories like this. And I'm like, well, why do y'all keep on acting like this man was a racist? I'm like, you're not making sense. I said, all the years that I've been living, this man has been a pillow in the black community. And all of a sudden, I said Al Sharpton out there talking about racist, but yet Al Sharpton was taking money from this man for years. Yeah, I agree with term limits. I don't agree with no more career politicians. I think that 8 years at max for everybody. Out offense totally. 8 years. Mark Houston, why did I vote for Trump? I'm going to tell you why I voted for Trump. Now, the first time I didn't vote for Trump, this last election, not only did I vote for him, I campaigned for him. I'm explaining to you why I voted for Trump. And this is why I voted for him. Not because I personally like Trump. I, number one, went back to when he was in office the first time, and I realized the difference in what he was doing compared to what everybody else was doing. Right? That was number one. And I said, okay, the economy was thriving, and for his first 2 years, I didn't really give him credit for it. But after the fact, I realized what he was doing. I said, okay, yeah, he did a good job with the economy. Wonderful job, right? And I felt the difference. As soon as he got out of office, everything went to crap. Now, the other thing I realized is that I voted for him because why would somebody go and he didn't go into office for money. He didn't take a paycheck. And to this day, he still haven't taken paychecks for the job that he's doing. He donated his whole paycheck. Then what people didn't talk about was when he got out of office, he lost billions of dollars from running for president. Now, he got a lot of that back over time. But when he got out of office, he lost a lot of money. Why would I go back to doing a job when it's already costing me probably more than it's worth? And then I started digging further into a thing, and I realized that this man really do love this country. He is by far the only president that I've seen that really, really loves this country, and it has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with him wanting the best for the country. And he proved it before he became president. This has nothing to do. I'm just looking through the history. Then I came across this one story about it, right? And it was this lady who was about to off herself, right? It was a black woman. She was on her way to something tragic happened, and she was getting ready to go kill herself. And she happened to be walking by an event that Trump was in part of, but it was outside. And I guess whatever look she had on her face, Trump saw the look on her face, and whatever was going on, he got out of that situation and went and talked to this woman, right? And he said to her, he said, I don't know what you're about to do, man, but it don't look good. And he sat down, and he literally sat down and talked to this woman. She said he did not even know that she was getting ready to go kill herself. He sat down and he took his time and talked to her. He said when he got finished talking to her, he said, can I pray for you? And when she went to go, he had her hand, he prayed for her. He put $100 bill in her hand, and she walked away. And she said she went back home, but she was literally about to kill herself. And he yet prayed for it and put $100 on her hand. She said she still held on to that $100 because that day was the day that man, because he took time out of his life and sat down and talked to her, saved her life. And that speaks to his character, that he was not so distracted by what was going on around him at the moment that he didn't take time out for an average person at the end of the day. Now, why don't the media, mainstream media, ever put all of these stories out? How was it that I was able to? And listen, I found lots of them. I mean, I found a lot. Now, I'm going to take it a little bit further. Then I found out that a lot of the people that work for Trump, the Trump Tower, they said he would come downstairs. He knew them by name. He knew their families. He said if they had sickness and stuff that was going on personal, he knew about it. And he would literally come and ask them, how's everything going? He said there were times that he would spin off from the people that he was with, cut through the kitchens and stuff like that, and just start handing out $100 bills to the workers. Why would Trump hand them $100 bills instead of putting it in their paychecks? So they didn't have to pay taxes on that money. That's why he did it. If I give you a $100 bill, you can choose whether you want to pay taxes on the money or not. Nobody's going to know what I gave you. I just know what I gave you. You know what I gave you, and that's it. And they said he would do this a lot of times, not just once, twice. They said it was normal for him to just come out of there, come down there. Hey, how you doing? He said the people that worked for him, he knew a lot about their life personally. That means that he didn't think he was too big on life to talk to the average person. This again speaks to a man's character. Listen, I'm not trying to say that he's perfect, not by any means. I'm not saying that. My point is this, is that if you got out of the media and just went and did your individual research, you would have found what I found. That's why I don't trust nothing that the news say, and I don't trust none of the propaganda. They could be 100% right about something, and I don't give a darn what comes out of it. Because mainstream media was relentlessly trying to assassinate someone's character, but they never told you none of the other stuff. I had to individually do it. And I'm going to tell you how bad mainstream media was. When he came to Philadelphia, right, where I'm from, and he did a rally in Philadelphia at the Liacouras Center, mainstream media said there was a handful of people there. They tried to spin, it was only maybe a couple of thousand people there. I was there. I went personally. Now, I did not go there to so much campaign for Trump. I wanted to test the races of the people that were supporting Trump. So I didn't go there like I was a voter. I didn't go there like I was supporting for Trump. I didn't go there with none of that type of mentality. I just went there to see what people would think because of my melanated skin and the way I look. And man, them people were so nice, polite, kind, talk. They didn't even talk to me about politics. They were just talking in general. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, how you doing? And I was like, looking for what the media was saying was there. So again, now I also went back and said what Kamala Harris went to the same place, and they tried to make it look like it was a ton of people there for Kamala Harris. And I watched them lie again. They did not tell you that a few blocks down that there was a bunch of buses that bust these people in. They painted a picture like there was a lot of people there, but the vast majority of people in there was bussed in from somewhere else. Now, I can tell you that for a fact that the people that came from support Trump wasn't there, wasn't bussed in. I'm going to tell you how I know they wasn't bussed in. When I got up there, outside, everybody was out there because I got there early. He was supposed to talk at 7 o'clock at night. I was there at 1:30 in the afternoon. It was probably about 500 people outside when I got there. I turned around and there was a whole bunch of motorcycles coming up, right? They all went parked somewhere on their motorcycles, and you've seen them all come up to in line to get in line to go into the rally. I've seen people pull up in cars right by the rally. Everybody get out except for the one person. Ubers, everybody getting out except for one person. So I'm seeing massive cars pulling up like crazy, right? Stopping on Broad Street, because that's where I was right there, Broad Street, right there with a little course in it. I'm watching people pull up, getting out of cars, getting out of cars, and the line, and they all going to the route. I see people walking up down from Broad Street. That we just parked way down there and walked up here and something. Now I got there, my family member dropped me off. I knew I didn't want to have to deal with parking down there. So I didn't see no buses pulling up, letting people out. I didn't see no buses nowhere around it. Now, there might have been some, but none, and that street filled up with everybody from all walks of life, from everywhere. Then I start asking them where they were from. And I noticed the towns that they were mentioning. Oh, we from Cheltenham Township. We're from Philadelphia. I live on so-and-so Philadelphia. I live on South Philly, West Philly, this and that and that. Now, some of them was out on the outskirts of Philly, which is like, Cheltenham Township, Abington and stuff like that. Media, like all of the surrounding counties and stuff like that. They was coming from in Philly, outside of Philly, but the surrounding parts of Philadelphia, in and out of the surrounding parts. But the media, when they was on the news, they was like, "Oh, it was only a couple of thousand people." Man, that place was packed. Outside, it was probably 2,000 to 3,000 people outside by the time 3 o'clock came, and they just kept pouring in. So I said, once again, the media lied, and I watched the news just to see what they were saying, and it was very opposite of what they said. So my thing is, I trust nothing what the news media says at all. Care less. Don't care. Yes, you're right. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what they've been doing. And my thing is this, is that's, if you really start to connect the dots, you're going to find where the real problem is at. And the thing that I love about what happened this time is that because he had experience from the first time, he went into office this time with a totally he went in there with such amount of confidence the second time that he got more done in 1 year than these Democratic politicians have done in 12 years by far. He showed you, coming back into office after the first time, he showed you how much you can get done if you really wanted to get it done. He's done more in 1 year than I've seen presidents do in the 8-year tenure. He done more in the first 6 months than I've seen presidents do in 8 years. And still haven't taken a paycheck. So when people say, oh, they regret voting for Trump, no, I don't. Not one bit. And I'll do it again. Yeah, he did way more. But Joe Biden has been in politics for almost 50 years. And he has no accomplishments. Joe Biden has been in politics for almost 50 years. And all he ever talked about was that crime, was the ban on automatic weapons. Now, what people don't realize is this. The reason why Joe Biden is so proud of that one thing, the crime bill and the ban, is because that was an attack on the Black and Hispanic communities. Because when Joe Biden seen that Black people back then were starting to own more firearms and becoming stuff like having access to firearms and stuff like that, he was trying to stop it. He didn't want Black people to own firearms because he is part of the racist people in America. That's what he was trying to do. So when you start talking about the 86, I think 96, 86 crime bill or whatever, but he went back and knowing all that stuff. That was an attack on the Black community. When people don't realize about when Obama was running for office, he said, forgetting the past, because he picked Joe Biden as his running mate. He wanted Black people to forget all of the damage that Joe Biden has done for Black people, to forgive that, and still elect him and accept Joe Biden into the fold. Even though he knew Joe Biden was relentlessly going after Black people. Relentlessly. Even though he knew it, he didn't care. He wanted Black people to overlook all of the damage that Joe Biden done for the Black community and still elect him as his running mate. That goes to show you how much the Democratic Party don't care about the people that vote for him, especially the Black and Hispanic community. They use them and abuse them, but they don't care about them. And it's crazy. All in what I'm saying is the reason why I voted for Trump. And then I had somebody come back to me on my live on one of my channels and comment and said, what has Trump done for black people? Now, they always have to point out the skin color, but since we're on the subject, the first thing I said was getting these illegal immigrants out of the country, because these illegal immigrants by far in America has been affecting the black and Hispanic community more than any community in America. Once you remove them all out of here, guess what? That opens up all of the jobs and all of the doors for black community to get access to that work. That's what it does. Black American jobs. So that is the biggest and number one thing that I think Trump has done that is literally was targeting the black community, is getting illegal immigrants out of here, getting all of this stuff out of here, so that the black and Hispanic Americans can have access, because they did not shove them in no neighborhood but black and Hispanic neighborhoods. So yes, we were by far more affected by it than any race. Yes, they do. I agree with that one. Democrats rule, they destroy everything they come in contact with. You don't think I'm telling the truth? Look at Los Angeles, look at Chicago, look at Philadelphia, look at all of the places that Democrats run, and look at the destruction behind it. But yet, people will keep voting for that. Overspending, fraud, everything. You're absolutely right. You're right. My brother, Justice runs on diesel. God bless you. Happy New Year to you too. Hopefully all is well in your world, bro, man. Hopefully God is blessing your life. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to know that you're okay, brother. Appreciate you. Everybody that's on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Listen, for those that are on this live, I don't know how if y'all looking for hair care products or skincare products or candles, you're in the market for hair care products, skincare products, or candles. There's a company called Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare, and they're an American-made company. They teamed up with the OG Network, and if you put in OG Network 26, you get a 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 or more. Now, I'm going to run a 30-second commercial. Y'all don't go away to tell y'all more about the product, top to bottom.
Fellas, ladies, you're looking for lotions, you're looking for beard oils, but unfortunately everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, B-O-T-T-U, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, like I said, they are American-made company. They make hair care products, skincare products. I use their products on a regular. I got my herbal infused buttercream, which I use in my hair. I call it Afro Magic, but stuff working. And as you can see, it's used. It's not like I'm faking it or just having some props. And I use the coconut buttercream cluster on my skin. And again, this is something that I use. It's not no prop. But again, these are two of the products. I got a lot of other products that I use today. I got candles that I use that I burn from them. Hold on. As you can see, I'm not just, and this is one of the candles, and I'm gonna probably have to order some more because I'll be burning through the candles. But anyway, again, if you put in the OG Network 26 promo code, you get a 15% discount on all your purchase of $35 or more. And like I said, I love their products, and I mean, I'm not going to stay on the subject too long, but I love the products. The products work very, very well. I use it all the time. I really do. I use their products all the time. So if you're a person that wants to support an American-made business, and support the people that do business in here, go look up Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare products. Listen, and it's easy to find them. You can go and you go on my channel, you can hit the more button, and you'll see the link to their website in there. It says Top to Bottom Organics. You'll see the link in there. You just click the link and it'll take you right to their page. And if you put in OG Network 26, you get a 15% discount off your any purchases of $35 or more. And like I said, I use that product. I use the hair care products on my hair. I use the coconut buttercream plus on my skin. And it smells real good too. I know y'all can't smell it, but it has a cocoa butter smell, but it's more closer to like a vanilla smell, but it smells wonderful. Trump is cleaning up Biden's administration mess. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is. And you know what? My thing is this. I'm enjoying this ride. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And then yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Joyce is another customer that used that product and stuff. And she said the Arrow Match, I can't remember the real name. I used to have the same problem, but it's the herbal infused buttercream. Herbal infused buttercream. But yeah, I use that for my afro. But listen, it does a lot more for your hair. I just use it for my hair. It keeps my scalp from me. I'm gonna tell you what it does for my scalp. My scalp, I used to have a very, very itching situation where I was scratching all the time, all the time, all the time. It keeps my scalp from being dry. I don't get the flakiness no more and stuff like that. Now, if I don't use it for a long period of time, of course, it's going to stop. But it keeps my scalp from being dry. I don't have the flakiness no more. And it has a little bit of a styling to it where it holds my hair. Once I comb my hair and I kind of get it the way I want it, it holds it there throughout the whole of the day. And I don't have to go back and try to fix it all the time. But that's just me. And this is all my hair. This is not, this is all mine. And then that coconut buttercream cluster, like Joyce mentioned, man, I love it on my skin. It stays with you all day long and it smells great. But you'll get a 15% discount if you go in and you put in OG Network 26. You get a 15% discount on all your purchases up to $35 or more. Just so y'all know if y'all want to try out the product. They make deodorant too. They make body wash, deodorant. They make all types of stuff. I'm just telling you a couple of things that I use. Trump cares about Americans even more. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I gotta agree with you with that one. God bless you all. Yeah, I agree with you, Stephanie. That was funny though. Yes, I agree. I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, I mean, God bless America. And listen, for me personally, Trump is doing an amazing job. I think he's doing a way better job than he did the first time he was in office. And I think the experience of the first time really brought him. That this time when he came back, he's not second guessing anything. He just went in relentlessly. And I am so glad that he's back in office. And the thing of it is that a year in, I'm happy with it. I got what I voted for. I am not complaining 100%. I'm satisfied with it. This is by far the most productive vote I've ever had in my life. And thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the job that you're doing. And of course, I don't know Trump personally. He never met me. I never met him. But if you ever get a chance, if I had a chance, I would just thank him. I'm like, man, thank you for the job that you're doing. Thank you for doing the job the way it should have been done all the time. That's what. Thank you for doing the job the way it should have been done. And I think that this year coming up is going to be an amazing year. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And I appreciate what he's doing. And I'm not going to sit there and say, and you're right, nobody's perfect. And he's right. He's not perfect. He's not playing game, but he definitely on his A game. And I'm happy with his performance. And here's the thing. There's always going to be the propaganda. There's always going to be the haters and all that other stuff. And my thing is this. I think he unintentionally, I'm going to say unintentionally. That's where I think unintentionally, maybe it's intentional. I don't know. But I think that he encouraged a lot of men to want to be men again. This is just my personal opinion. That I think that he encouraged the way he is and the way he's been conducting himself has encouraged a lot of young men to want to be real men again. And that's just my opinion. This is one of those things I think that he's doing and people don't realize he's doing. Yeah, I agree with you, Howard. The courts are definitely a problem. Right. Yeah. You're right, Joyce. And my thing is this: he will probably get a lot more done if these courts and if these Democrats wasn't trying to fight him on every little thing that they did not need to fight on. My thing is this: the stuff that y'all be trying to fight on is the reason why y'all look so bad. Like when he won the election, and what's the young kid, young DJ, right? This is where I realized how demonic the Democratic Party was. When he won that election, and them Democrats would not stand up for a cancer victim because of their hate for Trump. That told me everything I need to know. Universally, every last one of y'all in there refused to stand up for a cancer victim. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. When Trump won the election and he was giving his speech and he talked about DJ, little DJ, who was a cancer victim. And I'm not going to forget this one because this is the one I think a lot of time people ignore. Who was a cancer victim. And they all refused to stand up. I said that day, I said, wow, they are even worse than what I thought. Yeah, and I agree with you. Healthcare is extremely expensive. And that right there is always going to be in my mind. This is the reason why, even though I knew that the Democratic Party was demonic, that day confirmed every thought that I had in my head that these people are pure evil. So what is everybody going to do when Trump is out of office? Like me personally, I'm looking for his replacement. This is where I'm at. I'm trusting that he's continuing the job that he's doing. I'm looking at other politicians to see who is his replacement. This is just me personally. I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance. Yes, I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance. I like Ron DeSantis right now, but I'm just not sure. And Stephen, you might be right. Yeah, you might be absolutely right. But I'm not. I've been in the presence of JD Vance. I went to the rally when he came to Philadelphia, so I kind of have a little bit of perspective. A friend of mine sent me his book, and I do have his book about him. So I've done my homework, and like I said, I'm not saying I'm not voting for JD Vance. What I'm saying is that I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance. I'm not 100% sold on anybody. I'm looking at everybody right now because by the time we get to the election, I want to make my decision. That's all. Oh, okay, Stephen, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm not 100% sold. I like JD. I'm not against JD Vance. I'm weighing it out. Now, here's the thing. If JD Vance become the front runner, that's what I'm voting at. Like, regardless to whoever it is, I'm looking at who's going to run as a Republican and how is this going to play out. Now, it doesn't mean that he can't win me over, and it doesn't mean that I'm looking at 100% with anybody. But yeah, I like Senator Josh. I ain't gonna lie to you, I do like him. I'm gonna be honest with you. See this right here, Senator Josh Hawley. He's another one that I like a lot. So that's why I said I'm not 100% sold on JD Vance because we got a lot. Honestly, in the Republican Party, there's a whole lot. If y'all really pay attention. There's a whole lot of strong candidates in the Republican Party, which is a good thing. Yeah, cool. Let them have them. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Stephen Miller, I like him, but nah. I mean, like I said, As a front runner, I probably will vote. I'm going to vote when I'm going to vote for. But Stephen Miller, nah. But I think he's the right guy for a lot of things. But for me personally, I don't know. Like I said, right now, if I had to pick today, right now, my best option would probably be Ron DeSantis or it would be almost even. I'm going to say even. Between J.D. Vance, Ron DeSantis, and Josh. Those are the three. And I'm going to throw Byron Donalds in the mix of that too. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Check out this 30-second commercial. I'll be right back.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
And welcome back. But yeah, I like those individual people. I think that could work out to a degree. That could work out. Queen Sackcloth, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome. God bless you and your husband and your family and everybody. Thank you for coming in on the live. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. And yeah, Joyce, I agree with you. I agree with you with that one. So it's a hard decision, but I'm glad. I'm glad that we have the deck stacked. You look like Trump. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to vote for whoever running, but I know that we got to figure out who's going to be the front runner at some point, but I'm good. Vote red, blue is dead. Yeah, I like Byron Donalds too, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think Byron Donalds' plan is to run for governor of Florida. That's what I think is going to happen. So I don't think he's going to be in the race as far as president race. And this is just my opinion. I just think that he has plans to run for the governor of Florida to take over Ron DeSantis' job. And I think Ron DeSantis is probably going to be the one to run for president again. And so we'll see how that plays out. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Like I said, the Republican Party right now has a deep bench. Their bench is deep. What's up, Mike Sports Vibe? Thank you for vibing with me. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, so I think that's what I think Byron Donalds is going to do. I would be surprised if he actually ran for the president. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to go for that government job down there. Yeah, that's just me. And don't get me wrong. I think in order for Florida to maintain, what's up, my brother out the pick? I think in order for Florida to maintain what they have going on right there, because I know people in Florida that like Ron DeSantis would hate for somebody to come behind him and just destroy all that they got going on right now. Florida's killing it. They're doing well. I mean, I'm not going to say everybody in Florida happy because you can't please everybody. But the vast majority of Floridians are happy with what they got down there. I'm quite sure they are. The American Floridians, not the fake and the legal immigrants and stuff. Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Midterms is going to matter. I'm telling y'all now, midterms is going to matter. Now, don't get me wrong. Where I live at, they vote blue no matter who. Where I live at, they vote blue no matter who. They still... No, don't get me wrong. I still talk how I talk. I don't bow down to nobody. Now, I've converted a lot of people from voting blue and really, really opening their mind and stuff like that. I've probably converted a lot of people, over 1,000 people, just on the strength of me getting out talking to people on a regular basis. But the vast majority of people is going to vote where I live at. Is going to vote blue no matter who. They They just programmed that way, and you can't. It's hard to unprogram people when they program that deep into it. The Dems hate them, but they still eat up the gravy. Yep. Yeah, I feel sorry for people in New York. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am watching New York very closely, and I'm gonna explain to y'all why I'm watching New York very closely. The reason why I'm watching New York very closely is because I have money invested in companies that are in New York. I got money invested in real estate investment trusts that are in New York, located in New York. So for me, I have to be very, very mindful and watch New York very closely, because this idiot that they voted in New York get to do 30% of what the dumb is talking about in his head. New York is going to be destroyed in no time. So I'm gonna have to pull out of my investments because I know what's going to probably. Now, if the company's pulling out and they're going to do something else, I might ride out the investment. But for a lot of that, I'm watching New York and California. I watch very closely because of what they're doing. And California is over there talking about adding a 5% tax of billionaires. They just going to leave. They're just going to leave. And California and New York is going to be decimated. Listen, if all the billionaires and all the jobs and all the stuff that they do leave, who's going to do it? The jobs and all the wealth is going to be going with it. All of the infrastructure, all of the tax revenue, all that stuff is going to go with it. And then all you're going to have is a bunch of homelessness, destruction, and lazy people looking for a handout, because at this point, that's all you're going to have left, because the real people that got the money to go going to bail out. They're going to leave. The business is going to leave, and the people that got money to leave is going to leave. And they're going to leave into the lazies, the bums, and the homelessness, and all the other stuff around there, the drugs and all that other stuff, and that's all you're going to have left. And they don't see that. I see it, but they don't see it. Oh, yeah, I am definitely 100. Yeah, I would never move. I don't even visit New York. Listen, I don't have no desire to go to New York, and I have no desire to go to California. Two places I know I'm not supposed to be at. Los Angeles, California, and New York. And listen, I'm not far from New York. I'm a couple of hours I could be in New York. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. I don't even want to visit New York. I don't even want to step foot in New York. I don't want to step foot into California. Neither. I don't want no parts. I'll look at it from the edge, be like, yo, okay, y'all over there? All right, cool. All right. Turn around, go right back. I don't want to be in New York for no reason. And it's sad, but I don't. Sorry, don't. I don't want to visit. I don't want to see what's going on. I don't want no parts. I read somebody had a post that said $1 million or never be able to step foot in New York again. I'm like, that's an easy one for me. I'll take that $1 million. Because there ain't nothing about New York I want parts of. And that's just me personally. But again, appreciate y'all. I really do. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I'm getting ready to get up off this live. Joyce, thank you for coming in. Thank you for all your support. Queen Sackcloth, my brother out the pit, and everybody else. Stefan, thank you for the conversation. Some of the other ones in here, if I missed your name, please forgive me. But I just want to say, Mike, talk to them. All y'all, appreciate y'all. Queen Sackcloth, if I haven't mentioned you, Ben. Somalians and taking over. Not in my country, they not. They trying to, but it ain't gonna happen. So I'm saying, it's not gonna happen. Ain't nobody taking over my country. I don't care. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm gonna leave it up to the president, but I'm gonna understand this. If for some reason our government officials can't handle business, American citizens, and we know who we are, and we ready at the moment. If we have to go do it ourselves, then we'll just have to go do it ourselves. We know what we gotta do. Ain't no question about that. But right now, we're leaving it up to the government. We're leaving it up to the person that we voted for. But if for some reason that doesn't work, then we understand the mission, and we all gonna have to get okay, boys, time to suit up. Time to go to work. We gave it the time. Now we're gonna have to do the job ourselves. We understand. We understand the job. We understand the role. We just waiting back and we letting it play out the way it's supposed. We hope that it play out. But don't understand this. American citizens and all those that are out there, we know if it comes down to it, we know what we really have to do. And if it comes down to that, my advice to anyone that's here illegally, your best bet is to get up out of here because you don't want it to get that real. If you got an opportunity to go back to your country, go back to your country. So I'm telling you, go back to your country. You don't understand Americans like I understand Americans. Don't ever think that Americans they're good people. Most Americans are good people. But one thing they're not is not ready. They're more than ready. All of that other stuff is just to keep them out of the game. But if they have to go, okay, all right, we gave y'all time, we gave y'all choice. Time to go to work. You don't want that problem. So my advice to you, if you're here legally, if you got bad intentions, you might want to just abort that mission, go back to your country. That way you be all right. Because I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of them, you don't understand the edge that everybody's on in America. They just waiting. But they're on edge too. And I know it, and I hear it. I hear it. When you talk to certain people, you hear it. And this is not me making an assumption. I'm out and about, and I listen. I listen to what people talk about. Sometimes I'm not in the conversation, but I'm hearing. And I know what they're saying. And they're trying to let it play out the way that it's supposed to play out. But don't you think for a minute that they're not ready to go clean house if they had to go clean house themselves. And that's all I'm saying. So my thing is, if you're over here legally, you might want to consider getting out. You got bad intentions, you might want to consider aborting that mission and go back to where you're supposed to be at. And my thing is this: if America, for people that always complain about America and always complain, why are y'all so busy trying to come here? If you think, go make your country great. If America is so bad, go back to your country and take your bright ideas over there and do it. Don't come over here and try to change our way into the way you think it should be. No, go to your country and make your country great. Because that's what that tells me, is that you don't have it in you to even make your own country great, that you got to go try to take it from another country. If you built and you work that hard and you that good, go do it in your own country. Why do y'all have to come over here and try to do it? Go to your country and make your country great. That's it. That's it. Prove to us that you got it in you, that y'all work hard, y'all do all this other stuff. Yeah, go to your country and do it. Go make your country great. Stop coming over here trying to take over what we have and what we done. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Don't forget to use that top to bottom hair and skincare promo code, which is OG Network 26. That's OG Network 26. Don't forget to use that promo code for all your purchases of $35 and more. I thank y'all every single day. Make sure y'all make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. If you don't do anything else, get a relationship with God. That is by far the one opinion that I stand on 100%. That's when Ron's opinion don't matter, but when it comes to having a relationship with God, his opinion does matter. That's the one thing I stand on 100%. But again, go check out that top to bottom hair and skincare product. Don't forget that promo code OG Network 26. And you get a 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 or more. And don't forget to check out the 30-second commercial. And I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Peace.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.